All right, welcome everyone. We are going to take just the next 20 minutes or so, and we're going to talk about an industry that is silently taking over, that is exploding online, in person, it's on demand, and we're going to be talking about Korean skincare, which is K-beauty. Now, anytime I am evaluating an industry or evaluating a product, I will tell you timing is everything because timing is to e-commerce like location is to real estate. You can make a lot of money when you capitalize on the right timing and the right trends, which is what exactly is happening right now in the K-beauty space. Now, if you're like me, when I first heard about K-beauty, I was like, okay, what exactly is that? So K-beauty is all beauty that comes out of Korea. Okay, South Korea is actually considered the skincare capital of the world. So, like Paris is to fashion, Korea is to skincare, and not just skincare, but also makeup. They are trending on the latest things that are in anti-aging, and you're going to see exactly why. But what's really interesting is the K-beauty market globally in 2025 did $118 billion. But here's the really interesting part. Just in the next few years, it's going to be up to $250 billion a year in the K-beauty space just in the next few years. That's how fast it's growing. In fact, North America is now the number one in demand for K-beauty with a 34% share, which is even bigger than in Asia. It is just something that is exploding, and we are on that pre-momentum phase, watching it explode. For the first time ever, Korea is actually outranking France when it comes to exports in terms of K-beauty and Korean skincare. It's trending on TikTok, where there's 41 billion searches for the hashtag Korean skincare. What's interesting is, people, the fact that you can share a link or a code for products that people are already searching for, just like on Google, the search for Korean skincare is up 389% on Google alone. Now, you can see here where it's not just K-beauty, but K-pop, K-drama, movies, all the things coming out of South Korea is just growing very, very quickly. And I will say Western markets are taking notice. Of course, they want a share of that. That's why you see the Kardashians hopping a jet to Korea to get skincare treatments. Even though they live in Beverly Hills, they have access to the best there. Korea's better. Jay-Z just invested $500 million into Korean culture and K-beauty. Ulta Beauty is capitalizing on it. Guys, these companies, these entrepreneurs study trends before they happen. And that is exactly where we are. That is the time. That's why I say timing is so key. So authenticity matters. I will say not all brands are created equal. A lot of brands will try to capitalize on the K-beauty movement just because it is gaining popularity. But you really want to pay attention. Are they even manufactured or even sold in Korea? Because they'll try to say it's K-beauty because maybe they use an ingredient that comes out of Korea, or maybe one of their scientists here in the US is from Korea. But if it's not actually competing and it's not actually sold in Korea, then it's hard to put that label on it. So here's what I would say. I'm going to show you a quick 1-minute video that explains exactly why this brand is the number one searched for Korean skincare in Korea, and the hardest market in the world to compete in. They did it, and you can see why.
Founded in 2018 in South Korea, Rimmon has quickly emerged as a global leader in K-beauty, with products designed to help you uncover your glow and keep it. From skincare to makeup through ICD, to body and hair care through Boda Lab, and nutrition with Lifening. Each formula is rooted in the timeless rituals of Korean beauty, carrying forward the heritage and wisdom of centuries past. Backed by more than 20 patents, 52 awards, and billions in sales, Rimmon is now shared by a community of hundreds of thousands around the world. At the heart of it all is our continued commitment to reimagine products and opportunities that empower people to become the difference they seek in their world.
So what's really neat about that video, so ask the person that invited you for that brand video. They actually hire the producers who make videos for Chanel and Dior to make, I believe it's like around 12 minutes, but it really describes the brand, the products, why it's so different. And it basically removes the question on why this is the number one when it comes to K-beauty. So we kind of talked about how it went number one in Korea, but they also sold $3 billion in the hardest market in the world to compete in and sold 40 million jars of this. This is their dermatology cream. It's probably their number one one seller there. And the fact that it's new to North America, it's like getting first movers advantage without the risk. They've already proven themselves. They've already competed in the hardest market. And so here, the fact that you can share an affiliate code with people who are already searching for these things online, it's kind of a no-brainer. So why is it so different? Okay, let's talk about why they sold multi-billions of dollars and why the products work so well. You can see this is just kind of a preview of the brand portfolio, some of the products that they offer. These are some of the different product lines. You can see the packaging is gorgeous. We're going to talk about that, but this really sets the stage for what you're about to experience with the brand. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Now you can also ask for this. This is basically the science behind the products, but I have this sound turned off just for time purposes. I'm going to talk over it. This is a 3-minute video, and the story behind the products and where they came from was that the #1 product formulator in Korea, he owns Ask Labs, and he was researching something called tiger grass. Tigers would roll around in this plant because it would help heal their wounds faster. So of course, like we want to know why, what's the deal with that? So what he did, he spent almost 20 years studying this, and he actually developed his own species of plant that has the same healing properties that stemmed from that. And so it took him about 3 years to obtain the patent for this plant. It's very, very hard to patent a new species. And it's because of that, because of the healing properties, why you're going to see results so quickly. Now, a lot of people want to know, why is it so different? I have to tell you, this is a cosmeceutical. It can do things that regular skincare cannot do. And if you don't believe me, you try it. You take a before and after picture. 5 days later, the camera will tell the story on what it does. Now, another main component of this, you can see on the screen, this is Jeju Energy Lava Water. There's only 5 locations in the world that have this energy lava water because it's very healing. The reason is because it's over 400,000 years old and it's been filtered under volcanic seawater. Okay, so volcanic rock has been filtering this, so it has unique frequencies and minerals in this that you cannot even find on the earth anymore. And so because he is a top product formulator, he actually has a government contract to be able to access this energy lava water, and he is the only one that has the rights to use it in cosmetics. So you're going to see here in just a minute why a little bit more about the energy lava water. Don't worry, it's under a minute. We want to get you in and out of here as fast as possible, but I will tell you that there's some other components, they have 20 different patents on this. No one can duplicate this technology for the next 20 years. And it also is microfluidized. It has nanoliposomal technology. Basically what that means is it's able to penetrate to the deepest layer of skin, even to the bloodstream, and it heals from the cellular level from the inside out. That is why you see results so quickly. It also has a 30-day money-back guarantee. So all you have to lose are the wrinkles. So let me show you this.
Beneath the same volcanic soil that nourishes giant Pyeongpool lies another treasure, a lava aquifer naturally filtered through basalt rock for centuries, rich in minerals, untouched by pollution, and endlessly renewing itself. This is Jeju Lava Energy Water.
지구 표면의 약 70%가 물로 이루어져 있고 우리의 몸도 거의 70%가 물로 이루어져 있습니다. 스킨케어 제품도 마찬가지로 물이 큰 비중을 차지합니다. 그래서 화장품에 사용되는 물의 품질이 중요하죠. 그것이 리만이 정제수가 아닌 제주 용암해수를 사용하는 이유입니다. 수세기 동안 자연적으로 여과되어 미네랄이 풍부한 이 물은 피부를 건강하게 지탱해줍니다. 이는 일반 정제수와는 확연히 다릅니다. 더 좋은 물에서 시작해야 더 좋은 제품이 만들어집니다.
So when a cell is dehydrated, it actually lays flat, but because of this energy lava water, it's able to plump the cell, and that actually reflects the light. And this is actually what helps to give you that radiant, that glass skin glow and that dewy look. So you can actually see there's 2 different skincare lines. The one on the left is the dermatology line. This is what I recommend for regular skin type, sensitive skin, acne prone. The one on the right is advanced. So it is an oil base, so it's more hydrating, it's advanced. It is definitely one that I recommend moving into later, unless you have extremely dry skin, unless you live in Canada in the winter time and your skin needs the extra hydration, or if you have very mature skin, you could jump into this. But I recommend starting with that dermatology line because remember, these are cosmeceuticals, okay? You want to help your skin adapt to it and get used to it because you are going to see changes very, very quickly. Now, one of our favorite things about these products is that they're clean. They abide, not only do they abide by the European Union, they go a step further than that, where they ban over 3,000 toxic chemicals from their products. They also are German Derma certified, which is the hardest certification in the world to get. So the point is that they work. And I love that you don't have to sacrifice your health for your beauty. I like to show pictures of people that I personally know. This is actually my forehead. This was 5 days later. You can see the results. I was shocked. I called my friend and I said, okay, what is this stuff and where do I get more of it? You can see our friend MJ in the middle. I love how you can see not only did it get rid of the hyperpigmentation, her pores, her wrinkles, but you can see that it actually reduced the inflammation in the skin. And that is something that happens because of the patented in the ingredients in the giant Biungpul, which is the patented species of plant that the formulator discovered. You can also see it works for men. This is actually my husband. I honestly don't know if I'm more impressed with his wrinkles or his pores, but what I wasn't expecting to see in just 7 days, look what it did for his pore size. That was shocking to me how just after a few days that went away. Of course, it works on acne. You know, how can the same line that works on anti-aging also work on acne? Because remember, it's healing at the cellular level, okay? It's cleaning everything out. I love the side by side. You can really see the difference in what it makes in her skin. And then as well, men love it too. This woman, she's actually Hawaiian, and this was after several months of use. And I don't know about you, but it looks like it took 20 years off of her face. And then also I get asked all the time, does it work on dark skin tones? Yes, you can see the brightening effect, the scarring, you know, a lot of the pigmentation that it's lightened that up with the hyperpigmentation that was on her skin, as well as dark circles. So if you are somebody that likes it, you're like, you know what, I want to try a little bit of everything. We have these experience kits, and this is actually a way to sample the line. You can see I have one here. It comes with about 7 products, and this is about a 3 to 4 week supply. And this is just a way to try some of the different products, see what you like best. This is $119. Now for me, I'm like, well, I would rather just get the full size, but that was just me. And you know, everything does have a 30-day money back guarantee, so all you have to lose are those wrinkles. Now, we also have some, this is Eastern medicine. These are pellets that you drink with water, and they actually expand 40 times their size and just gently clean you out. They gently clean you out because it's important to have that lining cleaned out in your intestines, because we absorb nutrition through our intestinal wall, which affects the health of your skin, hence why it's in this lineup. And then also there are collagen ampoules that you drink. A lot of people are like, okay, do I rub this on my face? No, 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 you drink it. I promise you, they taste amazing. They're berry flavored, but they're also immune boosting. They have glutathione, vitamin C, biotin, and collagen in it. And, you know, we stop producing collagen when we turn 25. Every year after that, you get more and more deficient. So you want to make sure that you're taking more of it. Now, these are the viral collagen melting sheet masks, and these are interesting because it's a dry mask that adheres to the face. And then what you do is you take the booster spray, which you see here, and you're going to spray it on the skin, and it's going to absorb collagen fibers into the skin. It goes 5 times deeper into the skin. After just one use, you have a 28% reduction in wrinkles. You can see this is a before and after picture of a woman who only used the mask and the booster for a week. So it comes in a 6-pack. There's 6 masks in one box. And she really wanted to see what the mask did first before she used the skincare. And you can see her results right here. So I tell people, I'm like, look, if you have a big event coming up, if you are trying to get a jump start on your skin, use one every day for a week. And then after that, as maintenance, you can use one like every other week or every week just for maintenance. Now, they also have another hero product line, which is the Bodalab line. And they have this for the hair and the body. I say this is like skincare for your scalp, and you can see why. So they have clinical trials that they've done in Korea about how this grows hair, how it strengthens the hair follicles. It actually clears the sebum from the scalp. It allows the hair to come in through the scalp. And you can see after just a few weeks how the fullness is coming back in the hair. And I guess I don't have a picture of it, but I love the picture. There's this body cream right here. You can see it on the left-hand side. This actually helps with crepiness in the skin. And so we had a woman where she had not worn shorts or a dress in years because she didn't like the way her legs looked, was using this, and a lot of the discoloration and crepiness was gone off of her legs. She was in a dress for the first time in years. So it's stories like that that really warm your heart. And this is fun because this is the skincare that we've been talking about in a cushion foundation. So what's a cushion foundation? Well, it is the future of makeup. It's not a liquid, it's not a powder, it's a hybrid. And it literally makes your face look like it's been airbrushed or professionally done. It's like a walking filter for your face. Now, you can see on the right, don't worry, that's not the price. You can see that La Mer is a brand sold at Neiman Marcus. They have a cushion that does not have skincare in it, and it's sold for $150. And it's because they are watching this technology. I swear Korea is living in the future. And What's nice is with this cushion, it is, I believe it's $59, but you get a refill with it. So it's like you're getting 2 for 1 and you're getting the benefits of the skincare and the makeup. So this was sent in by a professional makeup artist. She could not believe the blurring effect that happens on the pores after just, one application. And, a lot of people are like, what kind of coverage is this? Anywhere from light to medium to heavy. It depends on how much you put on or how many layers you want to put on. You can see some before and afters here after applying the cushion foundation. They also have Korean skincare infused makeup. So they have butter lip tints for the face. They have a whole makeup line coming out, later this year. So that's going to be exciting to get your hands on, because you can imagine, think of the patented ingredients that are in the Bodolab that grow the hair on your scalp. Imagine that being in a mascara, growing your lashes at the same time. So exciting for all the products to come. Now, if you're wondering why you have not heard about this brand yet, I'm telling you, this is the calm before the storm. It is new to North America, but they have, I just want to show you an example. This is an example of one of their ads that they have in Korea, and I want you to see the quality of the marketing. Now, this looks like a Versace commercial or a YSL ad, and the gentleman in this photo, his name is actually Won Bin, who's kind of like the Brad Pitt of Korea. And you can see this is just an example of some of the types of marketing that you're going to see as we go global around the world. Now, they've also partnered with a company called Pentagram, which is the #1 marketing and branding firm out of New York. And they do branding for all the brands you see here, like Christian Louboutin, Versace, Lululemon, Starbucks, and now Rimmon. And so this really is the calm before the storm, not to mention that they have brought on Frederic Bertin, who's the #1 fragrance formulator in the world. He's formulated fragrances for brands like Tom Ford, Louis Vuitton, and he's creating a signature fragrances for Rimmon as well. So like we talked about, the demand is very, very high, especially like we said, 389% increase in searches for Korean skincare on Google alone in North America. So but here's the thing, people are curious about Korean skincare, but they don't know which one to get or why. And they're looking for somebody to tell them what to do. So the fact that you can share a code and you can earn, up to 40% or 54% on the code that you share, the link that you share with somebody, and explain to them and show them a picture of what it did for your skin. And maybe then they're curious. It's only $20 in the US to actually create an affiliate account and grab a link. It's actually free in Canada right now. So if you're Canadian, you're on here, you might want to grab that link. And there's no subscriptions or fees. You do not have to have any sort of subscription to have an active account. You just basically pay that $20 annually and you're able to create a link. And, I'm here talking to you because I decided to wash my face and talk about it. And if you do that and you help other people do that, now you can check match anywhere from 5 to 40% of what they're doing as well. So this is actually the brains behind everything. This is the product formulator. He owns Ask Labs, which is that #1 lab in Korea. And he really has a vision for this where, he's not doing this for the money. I'll tell you that. Because he's already a billionaire and he drives a Hyundai, which I think is funny because he's definitely not in it for the money. He's in this because he is passionate about bringing luxury skincare to the everyday person. That was his mission statement. In fact, when he started the company, the first year that he was in business, he immediately started construction on something called Rimmon Village. It's a 5-star resort that he built for the affiliates. And I'll show you some images of that in just a moment. But first I want you to see, this is actually their Rimmon farm. This is the smart farm that he built. He actually went to the Netherlands because they're the leaders in the smart farm technology. And he wanted to learn from them how to bring this technology back to Korea, because what he has created, he's actually made this completely vertically integrated where he owns every step of the process. And so everything is grown within a controlled environment. And you can see here, I'm going to show you basically a little bit about the smart farm. This is a quick 1-minute video.
Jeju Island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, shaped by fire and softened by time. Its volcanic soil and pure waters make it the perfect home for giant Pyeongpool. Yet its shifting seasons demanded innovation. That's why we built Rimmon Farm, ensuring year-round growth and consistency. Rimmon Farm spans more than 160,000 square feet, home to the world's first smart farm dedicated to centella cultivation. Here, precision horticulture controls every element: light, humidity, nutrients, ensuring each plant grows with consistent potency and purity, 365 days a year. Through vertical integration, Riemann guarantees the same standard of care in every batch.
이러한 운영 관리 시스템은 제가 약속을 지켜내기 위한 리만만의 방식입니다. 원료에서부터 제품 개발의 모든 과정, 고객의 제품 경험까지 한결같은 정성과 품질을 전하는 것이 고객에 대한 진정한 존중이라 믿기 때문입니다.
So you can see how passionate he is about that smart farm technology. And that was the giant biangpul, the patented species of plant. And this is the campus. And so we actually have gone to Korea a couple of times to see this. And I'll never forget when we pulled up and they said that we were going to the greenhouse and the smart farm. And I figured we were going to be pulling up to a small greenhouse, and I had no idea it was a massive campus. And this is what I mean when I say it's completely vertically integrated, meaning they own the patents, they own the lab, they own the land, they own the smart farm technology, they even own the bottling facility that makes the bottles that the products come in. And why does that matter? Because they control every step of the process, which cuts out the middleman, which means they have more money to put into marketing and put into research and development and to help them go global, because he has mapped out a 100-year plan on how he wants to become the #1 K-beauty brand in the entire world. And he wants to do it with us. And I'm going to be honest with you, I find that truly shocking, because every time we have a dermatologist or an esthetician or a med spa who tries these products, they're shocked at what it does. And they're shocked how this cosmeceutical is outperforming a lot of their medical grade skincare for half the cost. You know, this dermatology cream costs $69. They expect this to cost between $200 to $300. But remember, that's not in line with his mission to provide luxury skincare for the everyday person. That's why this isn't sitting on a med spa shelf somewhere with exclusivity or sitting on, you know, a high-end department store shelf, because he wanted to create this impact in this model. And I wanted to know why. You know, why did he choose affiliate marketing and e-commerce that we are able to access? And what I found out is that in Korea, it's very respected and it's treated like a profession. And that is why he chose that. So I truly believe if this had been discovered in any other part of the world, we wouldn't have the access to it that we do right now.
From the same island's earth and water, Riemann crafts skincare that honors nature's wisdom, transforming purity into power and science into glow. At Riemann, nature is our foundation, and science is how we unlock its full potential. Inside Ask Lab, our global research center, every ingredient we harvest, from Jeju lava energy water to giant Byungpool, is studied, refined, and optimized to deliver visible results and lasting radiance. Through rigorous testing and over 20 global patents, Riemann transforms nature's raw gifts into high-performance actives like lava Byungpool water, a fusion of Jeju's volcanic minerals and Riemann's heritage plant.
우리는 과학을 통해서만 자연이 주는 답을 이해할 수 있다고 믿습니다. 그 믿음으로 에스클랩스에서 혁신적인 변화를 일으킬 포뮬러를 만들고 있습니다. 리만이 만들면 다릅니다.
So this is actually Riemann Village. This is where when you become an affiliate you're with the company and you're hitting specific goals, you can actually get invited to come here. And this is a 5-star resort that the owner built for the affiliates. And when I say 5-star, these are smart villas. Like you walk in, the floors are heated, you press a button and the fridge opens, you put your clothes in the closet, press a button and it steams your clothes. And you actually get to bathe in the spa in the Jeju Energy lava water, the Byungpool serum. So it's very healing. And it was really fascinating seeing how the first year that he was in business, he took the profits from the first year and immediately started construction on this so that people could experience the brand. So this is just a quick 30-second video about the complex.
Within Riemann Village, every space tells a story. The lava Byungpool Spa draws from mineral-rich Jeju lava energy water, a place of renewal and calm. Villas are designed as living brand experiences where rituals unfold naturally through every detail.
이곳은 단순한 목적지가 아닙니다. 우리의 여정에 함께했던 모든 사람들을 기념하는 곳입니다.
So my wish for you is to go to Riemann Village and see this with your own eyes. You won't believe it. Now, this is where we're currently at. This is the calm before the storm. These are the countries that we're currently at. The ones in white are where we are. The ones in green, we're just opening up this year. And this is the end goal. 5 years from now, they want to ride this K-beauty movement and be in over 50 countries worldwide. So I want to thank you so much for spending a few minutes with me and learning more about the brand. And I encourage you to get back to the person that invited you here if you have more questions. Thanks, everyone.